I have quite a few things that I take on my trips that are absolutes. You know, sometimes we all are different in terms of wheelchair users, but I do take, if I'm going on a plane, let me grab it here. In this little ball, I have my neck pillow, and it just fits there. I can strap it to my suitcase or I dump it into my carry-on, which is my backpack, my gray backpack, which you've already seen. One of the things that I like taking with me is this box. And you might have seen this one before, and it has, let me turn it right side up, and let me cover the address there. You don't need to see that, that's ugly. But they're loose, and I can put my medications in when I get to the other end. So all these little colorful things that come out, I can carry with me when I'm traveling in the space that I'm in. So my medications come in these little packages. I leave them there in their original package because the TSA is being a little more touchy these days. So it is really important to leave your medications in the package they came in or the bottles. So mine come in this type of bubble wrap, and I just take it all and I put a rubber band around it and I stick it in my carry-on. And, you know, once they see that, then they just pass my backpack on because it just has a lot of medical stuff. You know, it has this, and it has the little squares that I use for the medicine for when I get on the other side. So they they don't care to look through all that. The other thing that I really carry with me, and I always remember to do this, is my reacher, or what some people call a grabber. Almost dumped over my garbage. So my reacher or grabber, it looks really big here, which it is, but then I can fold it. So, you know, then I can throw this in my suitcase. It's really small, and it just goes along in my checked-in suitcase. So, or I throw it in the big cover that I have for my walker. So the foldable ones are really practical and are really strong. So yeah. So grabber or reacher. Always have it with me. Another thing that I take with me, you know, my family rents a scooter that we take along. But even though, you know, I'm in the scooter, my hands do sweat a lot. So I do wear gloves that you would wear either for a bike or for manual wheelchairs. And it is rubberized on one side. You can see the shiny rubber there. And it is reflective on the other side. So these are just really handy. So there's the rubber side and the reflector dots there. So if a car shines on me, they'll see that, you know, they shouldn't run me over. Of course, I bring my cushion for my wheelchair because that's going to help me with the scooter. The scooters are not made for my size or, you know, for what I need in my spine. So I bring my cushion along with me. I usually just toss it in with my walker because I have a big case for my walker, and I just check it in. They don't charge me because it's a medical device. So let's see what else. I don't think anything else other than myself, my ID, And just those few items, I try not to, bring too much, because then it's more stuff you have to keep track of. And of course, in a few days, it's going to be an added medical need. So when I travel, so I'll talk about that later in another video, because that is really important to talk about. And a lot of you have that experience. So it'll be good to chat about it and talk about my experience, and share some thoughts back and forth, because I'm not the only one. So, I also bring my poncho, when I go to see my brother. He lives in the state of Washington, and it rains a lot there. So I bring my poncho. When I go see my brother in Canada, that's a different weather. So I usually bring a sweater or a jacket if it's not winter. He wouldn't be as cruel as to, fly me up there in the winter. I don't think. But those are the few things that are my favorite things, as the song says, to bring on trips with me, so I'll feel comfortable in the plane, that I will, feel comfortable during my trip, and have access to my medications. Here the aide gives me my medications. So when I'm over there, wherever over there is, I need somebody to remind me. And this helps a lot to help me remember. So these little boxes are ideal for that. It's morning, noon, and night. So, and it has, of course, each day of the week. So, it's very convenient. And I can take out those little squares and take them with me, when we're on the road going somewhere to visit something, or go to the museum, or go to the gardens, or wherever we're going, or to the open market, which we go a lot to. So it's just those little details that I try to figure out, okay, what's going to make me the most comfortable during this trip? And how am I going to remember all my meds that I need to take 3 times a day? So, without the aid along with me. So, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So it's fun. I like traveling, actually. So even though it wears me out, it's hard traveling as a wheelchair user, and someone who is deaf, and someone who has a blankety blank, which I will save until I get it. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share in terms of my favorite things, and please go ahead and share your most favorite things to bring with you on a trip, or on a long plane trip, or in a car trip, because a lot of people these days in wheelchairs are taking a train or are driving to their places of destination, because the airlines and airports have gotten so complicated and so difficult that, we're finding other ways to travel, which is fine. The old American, wild American, we used to all drive, or we used to all take trains, or buses, and it wasn't about going to the airport. Those were too expensive, and right now they're all too expensive. Expensive and complicated, and it's just not fun anymore. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share. I'm hoping you are willing to share a few things of your favorite things that you take with you when you travel. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and to like if this video was helpful to you, insightful. And I will see you very, very soon. Check out the next video. I do want to make an invitation to other wheelchair users that are making YouTube videos, and very educational ones, but you're forgetting your volume. So it's been hard to hear you when you make the video. So just remember, your volume is really important. Using a microphone or being close to your phone will be helpful. I watch all these videos that other YouTube creators make about wheelchair users or about themselves, and they're helpful, even if it's for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, that someone gains information that is helpful. It's worth it. But make sure they can hear you. Review your videos. If you review your video and you can't hear it, just redo it when you have a chance. All right, take care, and I look forward to seeing your videos about wheelchair use. If this is your first time here, my name is Lisa. I'm the host for all these videos, and I'm hoping that the videos you will find helpful and useful in your days as a wheelchair user. So come back again. I'll see you soon, and take care. Be safe. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And I'll see you in the next one.